Hey Aquarius, this is Dr. Tarot with Take Charge Tarot. How are you? Such a pleasure and honor to read for you this October 24th, 2020? 2020? It's pretty funny when you have to remember what year are we in. My name is Dr. Tarot with Take Charge Tarot. If you like what you hear or you just feel so moved, please feel free to or consider hitting subscribe, commenting in the comments, liking the video. We are a new outfit. I like to call us a YouTube startup. So we rely on you for our, I don't know, ratings, value, whatever. I don't know enough about YouTube yet to know things. But anyway, more importantly, glad you're here. So I'm going to do, your reading is going to be on 3 different domains in your life: love and relationship, work/career, and soul path. And fun fact, oh yeah, and this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus, and Mercury, and Mars, and Jupiter, and Saturn. So as an example, I actually have I have Jupiter in Aquarius. So if I'm curious about what's up with career for me, or finances, or travel even, that's all Jupiter stuff. So you better believe I'm going to watch the Aquarius reading and so forth. All right, let's get to it. Sometimes these cards stick. I don't get it. Okay. I've had it for a while already. Please give us the message for Aquarius. Feeling. You know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Haha. And I'm feeling that sort of electricity from the lightning that emerges. Wow, so far, so wow. Interesting. All right. Interesting. So I've just done career and work, love in the middle. And this is soul path. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards and a couple suits, Knight and a King. That's pretty nice balance. All right. So in the top, I don't expect you to remember this, but I'm just telling you for those who want to know from the get-go. The top column of all 3 things, so career, love, soul path, this is where you are now. The second card will be what direction Spirit suggests that you might want to go in. And the final card is an immediate action you should take, if any action should be taken at all. Sometimes it indicates no action. So looking at career, the first thing that comes to mind is, oh, you work at home. But if you don't work at home, you definitely, your work people are like family, or you just have there's a nice feeling at work. You have, it's Pentacles, so we're not looking at cups here, so it's not like this amazing, well, it could be a connection, and this is the other thing too, which I'm just now noticing on this card, that you've got this Kabbalah. This is kind of called I don't want to get into a lesson here, but I'll just say this, the Tree of Sephiroth. And what the Kabbalah actually shows is the manner in which it kind of goes both ways, but it's the way in which the Spirit makes its place known on earth. Why am I even saying this, and why is this important? Because that's exactly what the Pentacles suit is about. Pentacles aren't like, oh, you're going to win the lottery. Oh, there's going to be a lot of money in that. That's absolutely not true. Mostly because if it were true, then everybody would be rich who got 10 of Pentacles. And we know that that's not the case. What it is, however, is the material manifestation of spiritual lessons or spiritual fruits that are tangible in our lives. So this suggests to me that your work or your career, and by the way, this could be something outside of what you actually do to make money. Perhaps you don't even work. Maybe you don't need to make money. Maybe you already have your money set. But whatever work you do, it brings you into relationship with people in a way that you like, and you feel a sense of like, I want to say joy, but that it's more like a communion with humanity. How's that? A communion with humanity. And yes, if you work in nature by yourself all day, if you're like a park ranger or something, you still serve humanity and you see yourself as part of that. So, and that's, you know, that's Aquarius. I don't want to get too, I can't help it though. Sometimes I do get into this, the overgeneralization of the sun sign. You know, you're Aquarius, but you have many other planetary placements that make up kind of the entirety of your astrological person. But it looks like you're in a good place. It also looks like you've been here for a while. So this doesn't look like, oh my gosh, things finally just came together and now you're happy and all is well. It seems like however you define work and career and what that place is for you, you're just satisfied. It's a rare card to get, but you're good. The direction in which you would want to maybe consider moving in is kind of ramping things up. So you're very comfortable. You know, you've got this idea of achievement, but it's achievement in a relational sense, right? The things that you have aren't like, again, I got the promotion, I've made it to the top. It's, man, I'm really happy here. I really feel a sense of, again, connection to humanity. And this one encourages you to kind of like keep going, or just to, if there's something that comes here, let me, the spirit wants to kind of give me to look at it here. Yeah, if something comes your way, like an opportunity on a project, or let's say you are the choir director of your religious organization, and someone's like, hey, I'm making this up, obviously, Lady Gaga wants to come in and do a special performance with the choir, you should say yes. That's what this card is saying. It says, this is a card of yes. This is a card of maybe even seek out opportunities. If everything's like ho-hum and great, but you're like, you know, it would be really cool. It would be so cool if at work we could have like a festival for like half the day, an arts festival, or you get the idea. Just something different, something fun, something that's full of energy. And I'm definitely getting a creative vibe here. So if creativity and or the arts figure into this, it's definitely, that's the direction in which you should be going. Wow, this is great. Yeah, I mean, this is a very inspired card. I don't know if you can see the little dots at the top, but that suggests that's basically spirit and light just surrounding her body. It's pretty cool. And the immediate action, if any, to take, which is kind of like, this feels very intense for what this has been, but this suggests to me that you don't really want to rock the boat. You know, things are good. Why mess with them? And this is telling me that it's all an illusion. You know, this idea of being trapped and bound up, this is the mirror. It's the illusion. What's real is this person looking in there. Now, for some reason, I'm thinking about depression. Like a person who has a diagnosis of depression. Full disclosure, I have one. But the reason I mention that is because this is very much how depression can feel, and it's real, okay? So if I'm talking to someone possibly who has some mental challenges, and by that I mean a diagnosis of anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, or depression, I might be talking to you. Definitely getting the anxiety vibe here, actually. So anyway, if I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you. If mental illness isn't the thing for you, then it's just, you are so used to this. And by the way, Aquarius, it's kind of funny because, you know, like I said, Uranus rules you. You're the planet of explosive energy. But like all of us, you have other placements. So you could be Aquarius with a ton of Taurus in your chart. Tauruses aren't known for wanting to move a lot, you know. They're pretty solid. They're fixed earth. I digress. All this is saying is simple. It's very simple. Whether it's a severe thing like you suffer from depression, it's something you have to deal with in your life. This is illusory and this is real. Spirit is totally supporting this right here. So it's absolutely a yes. It's saying go for it. And it's saying, by the way, because you're not used to this and it's a good time to do this. In fact, it's almost like you need to do it. Like, it seems like people are kind of down. It's the whole, you know, it does feel a little pandemic-y, but maybe something happened. Maybe there were layoffs. There is something very specific to this environment that might have happened. Whether it's related to our current economic and life situation, I don't 100% know, but it's quite possible, obviously. But it's kind of outside your comfort zone. So just know that Spirit knows. Spirit's got your back. Spirit, it's almost like Spirit's like, oh, we better put this card out there because they're gonna shut down. So you don't need to shut down. All right. Just know this is a little roadblock you might hit, and no big deal. Just, there it is. Walk right over it and just say, thank you so much. Bow to this. Okay, I know you're trying to protect me, but I don't need your protection. Thank you so much. Spirit says they've got my back. So, moving on. Love. I think you're feeling something intense for somebody. My concern, though, is what I'm feeling is it's a little unrequited. So you're feeling somebody, but I don't get the sense that they're necessarily, if they're feeling you, they're not making it known. Ooh, I got it. They don't know you like them. That's what it is. They don't know you like them. I can't speak to if they knew they would like you, or they would, I'm sorry, I don't want to say it like they would like you, like they don't like you, but this person doesn't know that you have a thing for them. You're really quiet about it, and you're very much in your... By the way, for the record, I have never gotten love or romance vibe from King of Cups. So this is very specific to this reading as well. It is talking about where you are potentially in relationships, but it does feel like it's not about, oh, my relationships are great, my friend group is great, or I have a great relationship with the people I live with, or I'm doing my family and I, et cetera, et cetera. This is very much about you feel something really special for someone. Maybe if it's romantic, it's definitely romantic, but it's like one of those, it's not sexual. I'm not getting a sexual vibe at all, but it is romantic. So there's something there. It is romantic. It could very easily be a gender configuration you're not used to. So if you identify as a gay man, you might be having feelings for a straight woman, and that's very confusing to you because, well, I'm gay, so why is this happening? And it could be any permutation of that. You're a trans non-binary person. You typically like to, you're generally attracted to feminine presenting people, and you find yourself like totally attracted to this very butch lesbian in your community, and you're like, what's happening? I don't understand, So I just want to encourage you to think about that. Like, it could be that, and you're cool, you're fine with it. It's not like you're having an internal conflict. It's just that you're feeling like it's something you can't. Maybe you're not ready to share this with even the person or like anyone around you. And you're okay. You're just now like feeling it. You're kind of you're in a place of like, okay, I really feel this. They're just awesome. I don't care what their gender and their sexual, and their gender expression is. They're not my type. They're like in a totally different gender and sexuality category than mine. But holy shit, I'm feeling feelings and I can't deny them. That's kind of where you are. And then once you're there, you're kind of in if you're not there already, if you're not past that already, you're going to be here, which is, wow, I really like this person. Like, wow. I can't say past life connection quite yet, but I would not be shocked if for some of you for whom this resonates, this isn't a past life connection, because it's that intense. And it's like the love is coming from the heart. I'm not saying you're not attracted to them. You could very well be very attracted to them. But it's like this attraction to them as a person which is why I'm saying like the sex, if there is a sexual vibe, it's coming from the heart first. Well, anyway, I don't know. That may not resonate with everyone, but that's definitely the feeling I'm getting. It's a beautiful energy. And what I love about it too is, I mean, says the person who like has a hard time with change, me, your fellow tarot reader, or excuse me, Dr. Tarot here. But I find it so beautiful when our little structures and our little, it's scary. Of course it's scary. Like, we all want to be comfortable. We want to be in a lazy boy with our favorite food and just watch TV incessantly. I get it. But I think it's so beautiful, at least from the outside looking in, when our categories of who we think we are just kind of shaken up. And I guess I'm called to say that to you, Aquarius, because you are Aquarians, and you are, you know, I don't know how much you follow like hippie stuff, but this is like supposedly the age of Aquarius. And as Aquarians, you would be you would be the, I don't know, the leaders of that movement or gatekeeping in some way. But this is very Aquarian in its orientation. It's like, oh snap, just when I thought I was X blank identity, and I liked these kinds of people, this happens. But you're past the point of being annoyed by it or scared by it or whatever. You're just now feeling like, wow. So anyway, I've spent enough time with that. It's just a beautiful card, and it was a really kind of like beautiful sort of emanation. If you can see, I think, hopefully you can see like the lines being drawn out of the card. It's beautiful. And the direction in which you need to go, run. No. These are very different. There's a lot of weird stuff happening here. So I don't know if you're like, by weird, I mean, this is actually talking about multiple relationships as far as I can see. So, man, I actually think this is very much this has to do with the identity thing. Interesting. Wow. Now I feel kind of bad because you guys might really be going through it around this topic. So this is actually shaking up your world a little bit more. And my apologies for not like looking ahead here to think about that. This might be really shaking you up. Okay, so it's not only your identity that's a thing, right? And again, whatever you have to come out as, I gave you a couple options, but fill in the blanks for you. Coming out as gay because you're straight, coming out as queer when you're not, or whatever. How again, I think I've made my point there. But for whatever identity and presentation and orientation that you have had in the most recent past, and it's been a bit, you know, you've also established like a community around that. You've established your identity has made people very comfortable. And you're kind of freaking out because you feel like you have to kind of, I don't want to say run away, but be kind of stealth about it. Like, you can't share it with anybody. You're on your own. You have this attraction. You really don't know what to do with it yet. You don't know if you're going to act on it, but you're finally just not denying the feelings. You know, you're just having feelings, and they really are getting blurry. Like, they're getting, the heart, like I said, was the central point, but you know, it's getting into the genital area. It's getting into feeling sexual, and you're a little freaked out. And by the way, if you're asexual or aromantic, please plug this in as you see fit. I think I'm talking to the very specific person that I just kind of said. But if this resonates with you in a different sort of situation, by all means, I'm talking to everybody. This is meant for everybody, and I just get the message that I get. So don't want to leave anyone out here. But you're feeling like you have to kind of, you know, hoodie on, self-defense, the voices. So here's what you need to know. These are all the voices in your head. People are far more, and I say this from experience, which is crazy because it's so true and so weird. People will shock you. So I feel like led to say that. Yeah. People will shock you, and you have a lot more support than you realize around this issue. A lot of what's happening is in your head, which if someone told me that, I would want to smack them, because I'm just like, look, don't tell me that. That's the worst thing to tell somebody who's struggling too. It's all in your head. But I'm not your friend right now, right? So, I mean, I'm your friend in the spiritual sense, but I have sufficient distance, figuratively and literally, where maybe you can hear this differently. It's all in your head, in that you're harder on yourself than the people around you are, and you're a little bit less accepting of yourself than the people around you are, and then you realize you are. You probably don't even realize that you're this kind of hard on yourself, like, okay, I like women, I'm a lesbian, this is who I am, and I can't like men because I just can't like men. Or whatever. Again, I keep using these experiences, right? Or, and it's a gay man. Well, that doesn't even make sense. And we like each other, and now we have to be closeted about it or something. Like, again, I think I'm making my point. I want to suggest, and I think Spirit wants you to know, that people are far more accepting than you realize. And yes, within seemingly accepting circles, right? You are allowed to be yourself, but you have to go through this. You have to, you do have to protect yourself somewhat until you feel safe. So basically, honor this. Honor that you feel this way. Come to terms with the fact that you feel this way. Okay? And let that be fine, and take a chance on like one person. One person can maybe listen to you. Apparently you know what I'm talking about, because Spirit's like, okay, enough with that. I feel like I want to keep talking about it, but I don't really have anything like guided to tell you. And this one's really interesting. So the immediate action you need to take, and this one feels like a really severe, look, Aquarius, real talk here, okay? I mean, I do curse on occasion, like I don't care about, throwing out fucks and shits and stuff, but gotta get really real here. If your fear is so great, here's what not to do. Okay, don't do, because this is, you notice this looks like a hoodied person, right? So this is you in Devil, and Devil's pulling your strings and selling you the bullshit that you are just one thing. You are not one thing. You're human first. Everything else after that's extra, okay? So you are not like, I mean, if you really want to get technical about it, our categories are arbitrary to begin with. And when I say arbitrary, I mean all of them. But coming back here, Spirit is guarding against, really wants you, so this is your immediate action. So interestingly, this is an immediate action in the reverse. So it's saying like, don't do this. Listen to it, acknowledge it. No one's saying, no one is telling you to like silence the voice, stuff it down. No one's saying that. But what Spirit is saying is to be very, very conscientious and aware that you may be tempted. How shall I put it? Okay, I'm just going to keep going back to the gay man. You're a trans woman, and you have dated mostly women. Cis women. For whatever reason, that's just your thing. I mean, you would date a trans woman, but it just so happens that when you came out as trans, you were partnered with a cis woman, and you're still together, blah, 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 whatever. And all of a sudden, you are unabashedly attracted to a cis man. And it's like, what the fuck? Please don't make the mistake of, I can't believe I'm saying this because it feels so callous, but okay, Spirit. Like, I don't want to tell you this, but I got to tell you what I'm telling you. Don't make the mistake. So do something else, basically. Don't make the mistake of seeking out or acting on, basically don't hook up with someone who's in your safe category of connection. So I guess I'm talking to people like, you're probably not married to a person right now, but don't try to like fuck away your feelings. If you like a man, you like a man. Big fucking deal. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It means you like a human being that you've connected with. And I get it's easier to say this on this side because I'm not going through what you're going through. But like, if you can take a second and think about this as your best friend, it really just doesn't matter. You haven't done anything. And if you have, good for you. But don't make the mistake of pulling someone into your need to feel safe about who you think you are. Translation, in the trans woman example. Don't just go and pick up some cis woman at a bar, or go, well, if there are even bars open, I don't know what the states are doing. Don't pick up someone that fits your template of what you're typically attracted to, and to fuck away your feelings, basically, or kiss away your feelings, or make out, whatever, flirt away your feelings. Like, you don't have to do that. And here's why. Yeah, sure, you're using another person, but more importantly, you're really just messing with yourself. You're basically sending the message that who you are and what you feel is not okay. And I know for a fact that deep within you, or even on the most, if you just take 5 minutes, 5 seconds to be quiet, you can hear your inner wisdom tell you it's okay. You don't know how you're going to manage it. You don't know how you're going to make it work in your life. You don't have to know any of that. You don't have to know any of that. All that shit's like somewhere else. It's in the past. It's in the future. It doesn't even exist yet. Just see this as, well, see it however you need to see it. I can't tell you what to feel, and I can't tell you how to see things. But the universe is sort of, what I'm being kind of called to tell you is that just see it as something new. Like, oh shit, I didn't know I liked chocolate ice cream. I always get strawberry cheesecake. How crazy. Chocolate ice cream's delicious. I know I'm oversimplifying it, but just stay. Don't do anything, basically. Because this force, I don't know why. I don't have the why, unfortunately. But this is a very strong force right now. And it's silly. He's bullshit. The devil is just bullshit. The devil is, if anything, it's some illusory test of, will they honor themselves, or are they going to listen to my bullshit? So, in fact, I would call the devil bullshit, basically, if I were going to make this card. So, there's that. I had to spend a lot of time there, so I hope that helps somebody. In terms of soul path, you're just resting. This is kind of freaking you out, basically. This is really freaking you out. So that's okay. That's okay. In fact, this is probably the best place for you to be. Just chill. Just chill. Don't fight anything. Just stay home, rest, go to a safe place. Be. It's better than being here, I can tell you that. So I had a friend, actually, I'm remembering, she said, when I don't know what to do, for me, it's best to do nothing. So don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. Just sit with the discomfort. Sit with not knowing. I know it's hard as shit. I mean, again, I'm just saying the words. I know it's hard to actually do, but you're watching this reading for a reason, so it must be important for you to hear that. The direction in which you need to go. Now, this is a biggie, so after everything I said, I feel compelled to introduce this by saying, this is already happening and you don't have to do shit. All right? So basically, the who you thought you were, this is really bigger than I realized. I thought it was like, oh, cute, sweet, you're feeling. You're really being rocked by this. Again, I might be only talking to one human out there, but you're really being rocked by this, this new attraction thing. It's just fucking with you. It's making me kind of mad. Like, what the hell? It's like, leave Aquarius alone, people. Like, the brain. You're already changing, baby. You're already there. You've already started. The transformation is just, it's almost complete. Your conscious mind is just late to the party. That doesn't mean that it's bad, that it's late. It just, this is you, baby. This is you. You are reborn already. This is you. This is the new, the horizon, the rising sun that is you. This is a beautiful card. I'm a Scorpio, so this is my card. So I feel absolutely honored that it's here for you. The universe totally has your back. This is all so meant to be. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is just, everything is exactly right. Okay. I feel like I'm parenting right now. I don't know. And this is the direction in which you need to go. That you don't know shit. It's a beautiful place to be. You know nothing. This is the beginning of your journey. This is the wisest. I think the Fool is the wisest of all the cards, honestly. And as I understand the tarot and the journey through the major arcana as it's been taught to me, Lindsay Mack is my teacher in this regard, the Fool is actually the us who moves through each card of the major arcana. So we move through Magician, then we go to High Priestess, etc., etc. Excuse me. This is a beautiful place to be. So this is all you have to do. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, you don't have to do anything. You just have to sit with the fact that your life is totally changing. Who you are as you know it is no longer. And you can just embrace that as, wow, I don't know shit. I don't know anything about myself. Isn't that cool? I'm being taught something and I just don't know. I know this is unsettling and I know this can be hard. I do. I'm being kind of funny when I say what I'm saying, but I'm also, there is a part of me that is so happy for you because you've just kind of been picked to go through a beautiful transformation, because the reality of humanity and the reality of us is that we're all fluid. We don't know anything. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We don't know who we are. Who we are is an illusion anyway. I don't mean to get so philosophical here, but I guess spirits wanted me to say this shit, so I'm saying it to you. But I'm gonna wrap up. Aquarius, let me know how this lands for you. I feel a little like protective and maternal about you right now. So if anyone's going, through this, like, hit up the comments. My hope in general is that people can act in community with each other in the comments. So those of you that, if you respond to someone who's going through it, maybe if you could be a source of support and kindness and compassion, that would be really cool. Aquarius, crazy reading, lots going on. Good for you. Sending you all the love, all my love and the universe's love. Be well, and thank you for allowing me to read for you today. Take care.